the beat so tight, we bounce and groove to the morning light. Babachi, 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 boom, babachi, babachi, feel the room. Babachi, babachi, round we zoom. Babachi, babachi, feel the bloom. Through the lasers we twist, we twirl. Babachi energy takes the world. Up to the beat like diamonds swirl. The babachi rhythm unfolds. Oh, babachi in the endless glow. Electric love in the after show. Babachi waves, they ebb and flow. Babachi calls, let's all go, go. Babachi, 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 boom. Babachi, babachi, fill the room. Babachi, babachi, fill the room. Babachi, 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 hey. It's babachi, time all day. Ooh. Babachi, 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 boom. Babachi, babachi, fill the room. Babachi, babachi, fill the room. Babachi, 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 hey. It's babachi, time all day. Step to the left and the glowing light. Babachi, babachi, puffy all night. Blow 6 hands in the beat so tight, we bounce and groove to the morning white. Babachi, 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 boom. Babachi, babachi, feel the room. Babachi, babachi, round we zoom. Babachi, babachi, feel the bloom. Babachi, 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 boom. Babachi, babachi, feel the room. Babachi, 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 boom. Babachi, babachi, feel the room. Babachi, babachi, feel the room. Through the lasers we twist and twirl. Babachi energy takes the world. Up to the beat like diamonds swirl. The babachi rhythm unfolds. Oh, babachi in the endless glow. Electric love in the after show. Babachi waves, they ebb and flow. Babachi calls, let's all go, go. Babachi, babachi, babachi. Babachi, babachi, babachi. Babachi, babachi, babachi. Babachi, 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 babachi. Babachi, babachi, babachi. Babachi, babachi, babachi. Babachi, babachi, fill the room.
Thank the Lord it's Thursday and we meet each other again. The WIP crew is ready for this virtual event. The seas might be rough but we will have a jolly time. Is everybody here? Are the avatars in line? There's so much going on in the NFT world. It seems like uncharted sea. Let Matthew and Grizzle guide us through. The speaker is ready and so are we. Let's keep sailing on the Metaverse. Thursday's when the lightning strikes. So listen up, there's a lot to learn. Keep the treasure in your sight. Please no one get the veggie draw. Just upgrade your microphone. Together we're strong, we ain't gonna stop. Welcome to the WIP Meetup.
Pregnant pause. What up, y'all? Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. What's up, y'all? It's Matthew, aka Nifty Time. I hope y'all were pre-gaming. I was throwing back shots, taking myself back to senior year in high school. Things are about to get weird. A lot of fun. Cannot wait. We are joined by the legendary Backner is in the house and will be stewarding us along inside Decentraland as we get into the pre-prom before getting into the official prom of Decentraland. So we have a whole lot coming, so I want to make sure we get out the way, but you know, I have a little bit of a shilly mouth, so a couple things. Rizzo and I, we talked our mouths off again, recorded an episode that we could Drago titled To IP or Not to IP. Fun little episode focusing on and getting into the weeds around Babachi, using a nice foil of CryptoPunks and the acquisition by Node of their IP. Also talk a lot about tip and earn at the beginning, and if any of y'all have been using tip and earn over on the Purple app, new claim went live. We just released over $4,000 hard currency into the app for y'all to claim. Go into the mini app, claim it, earn, tip. Shit's getting exciting over there. So with that, shill over. Rizzle, take the mic from me. Let's get this hype train rolling, and let's get on the way to prom.
Sick. Can I get a mic check?
Yeah.
All right. Good.
Good.
in response to the podcast dropping. The answer is to not IP. It's fucking dumb, and Matt can't make it make sense to me. So you can listen, decide for yourself. But that is the answer. Shout out Dragonade for giving us the pre-prom vibes and the pre-whip. Foxy Yoga is without power, so shout out Foxy. She's like taking care of some things, but we'll be back next week. As Sho said, we are trauma bonding in Hyperfi over our previous prom experiences or lack thereof, but we're not going to be there for long. We're actually going to be migrating over to Decentraland, and I want to get that in motion now while I'm rambling, because if you haven't updated your DCL client in a little while or logged in a second, want to make sure we get over any hurdles while I'm just like straight up running my mouth here. So if anyone has a link, I feel like it might have changed. I'm going to drop the one that I have, and I don't know, people can just figure it out from there, but it'll get your client going and updated and everything, and we can pivot from that point. Yes, Bay's somewhere in here. Bay, if you want to drop a better link than I have here, we'll get there. This is how prom is going to go, and you know how it goes with us. So we're going to get into DCL. Let me back up 1 second. If you're listening to me right now, we're in the general channel of the Discord, and you should be there because that's where all the links are going to be dropped, including the correct one that I did drop, and Bay backed me up here and dropped another version of the correct one. So hop into DCL and get your clients updated while I'm talking here. We're going to get in there. Bay's going to just sort of talk to everybody here about what's going on with prom and DCL today. We're going to be there for the pre-prom portion of it, but this is like a big involved thing that Bay's been involved in producing. So there's a lot of words that sound the same. So we are also getting a corsage wearable. We're getting a slow dance emote. So these are things you want to gather and participate in. Bay is going to show us how to equip those things so you can be, like a proper prom person. If you're like, self-conscious about, not knowing what to wear or not knowing how to dance, we got you covered. It's like better than real prom. Anyway, we got a bunch of other shit going on after that too. Private tour. We're going to end up at an inn. I don't know. I'm not going to spoil it for you. But what we do want to do is get everyone with their corsages, with the slow dance emotes, and by the end of this thing, taking some selfies with their dates, a group of people, a bunch of us in DCL for the prom, and act as you would at a normal prom, which if you're Matt sounds like it's getting wasted. So do that in DCL and take a bunch of selfies. Tag the WIP, tag Decentraland, tag the people who you are dating today, and you might get some stuff in your wallet. Speaking of which, you should sign the guest book, and I should make sure I have the correct link here because I did not sign it yet. So I'm going to drop that here now, and I just posted about it here. I'm going to stop the show. Except I'm going to show my own post about what you're getting today in the guest book because, Fabiano and Patrice are legends. They've been doing this for a year, and at the very least, they deserve their own Twitter post. So that's what you're getting today. Rats carrying a Babachi logo with a bucket to put it in, and it's a part of this gigantic rat series that I don't even know how or why it started, but it is a thing that we just do now. So let's see, what else do I have? If you have a question for Bay or anyone else who happens to hop on the mic and talk about today's event, hit up show in the chat box. We'll try and make some room for Q&A at the end. But this is sort of like an open flow pre-prom type of thing that it's like the real thing. You don't really know how it goes. We're gonna pass the mic over to Bay, and she's like the administration at the school that is going to, make sure we don't injure ourselves and get through this event, in one piece. So I'm going to shut up in a second, but if you don't know, you should know. This is like Metaverse public broadcasting. We've been doing this shit for like a billion years. If you like what we do and you donate to the WIPmeetup.eth, get chopped up amongst our crew. If you want to give us a whole bunch of money, we will love you forever and build some giant thing for you. And I don't know, probably a bunch of other stuff. If you want to give stuff away to our audience, we love that too. We have this guest book every week. let me or Matt know if you want to do something like that, and we won't rug you. Our track record is pretty good. Shout out to the crew who makes this happen week in and week out. Foxy Yoga, Easy, Paradox Show, Dragonate, Conwolf the Stowaway, Brookhawk the Chef, Fabiano, Patrizio, Fractilians, Johan, Matt, Metageist. Thank you all for coming out. I managed to cram everything in before the 10-minute mark, and I'm going to try and start heading over to DCL now on that link that was dropped earlier, and throw the mic over to Bay so she can just tell us what is happening in general today and get this thing rolling.
Hey, can you hear me all right, Rizal?
Yeah, it sounds great.
Yay. Okay, wisdom. I like that I'm the administration. I'm
today you are.
From administration. Okay. Yeah, no, you're welcome. So yeah, we're gonna jump over to prom. I'm gonna try and share my screen if everyone wants to like see what I'm seeing at the same time. Let me see if this is gonna work. I'm gonna have to share my entire screen, so apologies if you see anything that you shouldn't. So let's go. All right. Can you see my screen? Hey, Rizal, can you see my screen all right now? Right. Okay, so we're in Prom Plaza. I've hit the download, jump in, combined link in the Discord. So if you want to hit that link, let me do it again. Let's do this very ugly back and forth into the Discord. There you go. So if you hit that link, it will install the client if you don't have it. If you do have it, it should jump you straight there into Decentraland. If you have any problems with the client, as always, just let us know. Best place is either Decentraland Discord or here or in the chat. There's a live chat as well via Decentraland to support. Oh no, you got an update. Yeah. Apologies. So yeah, dive in. We're going to head, if you use that link, it goes straight to Decentraland's Metaverse Fashion Week Plaza. If you were there last month with me, you'll recognize the plaza. But we've kind of transformed it into a prom wonderland for one night only. If you're already in Decentraland and you're kind of lost, you can type this into the chat box. So go to -44, go to 144 -78. So I'm dropping that in Discord as well. So just copy and paste that into your chat box and it will jump you right there. And you will see kind of what's on my screen. So people, I've done terribly on this organization, by the way, on this one. I should have let Zest, which is a really amazing DJ record label out of actually Russia. You can imagine for DJs right now in Russia, it's not a great situation. So Zest is one of the DJ labels that we're supporting through Prom. They actually wanted to start the pre-party at their own build. So probably should have let them DJ in Plaza right now to welcome us with the music, but we'll head there at the end to hear some of the DJ sets and see a second build. But if you're in Plaza already, you can see that people are kind of hanging out, starting to get ready for Decentraland Prom. It's been kind of crazy and amazing that a lot of the community members have been using Prom for promposals. I'm European, so I didn't know about this thing, but you can ask people to prom. So if there are people in the WIP right now that haven't got a prom partner, no one actually asked me. So if you'd like to be my prom partner, I am still here. I would appreciate any promposals coming through. But most of the community have been matched up over promposals. There was an amazing one last night in our Pride celebration. We had a pre-prom Pride celebration last night, a PJ party with 3 hours of film screenings of amazing documentaries by trans, non-binary, LGBTQ plus filmmakers. It was really, really amazing. Like lots of crying moments during those films. But at the end, one of our community members did a surprise promposal with balloons and everything at the end of the screening. So it's been fantastic. So it means if you're in a world right now, you'll see something like this. It is our dance floor. You'll see that at the bottom of the screen, our main live performances are starting in just under 2 hours. That will be the first of many. There are 3 live performances on the main screen tonight. Silvio starts off. He's from Italy. We've then got Lost Cat from China, and we've got Henny Woods from the US. All are doing live sets, so all will be interacting with you as we're moving on the dance floor. All will be doing shout outs. It's just going to be really fun. 3 hours of just craziness on the dance floor for Plum. But before then, I've got the warm up party over at the Inn with the DJ label from Russia. And then afterwards, we have the Rage Club reopening. And Rage has been this massive Decentraland institution since basically the first Metaverse hype started. They closed 2 years ago, and they're reopening now on tonight. So my hope was that Matt, the incredible multi-NFT, who's a producer, he's been curating the techno stage at Metaverse Music Festival for 4 years. So a really experienced DJ producer for virtual worlds. My hope was that he would be able to give us a tour, but he's not quite ready. So instead, I'm going to be your tour guide. I'm going to show you a few kind of hacks for Decentraland, and then we're going to jump to the Inn and get ready. But if you have any questions at all, I'm going to be kind of flipping back and forth through here. Oh no, easy. Yeah, I keep forgetting to look at my friend requests. I will talk you through where this is. So if you're in Decentraland, this is your whole kind of user experience. You've got your chat going on one side. You've got friend requests, which is this little kind of thing down here. And the count stops at 9, and last time I checked, I had 72. So I need some time to clear my friend request. So if you want to request me again, it says +9, and yeah, I've got more than 80. So if you want to be my friend and you want to request me as a friend, you can just do it now, and I'll do it instantaneously. So for example, if I click Vitsky, I probably am not his friend yet. I am his friend, yes. But what happens in Decentraland is there's loads of, yes, Ballistic, I'm going to accept you. There we go. Rah. So Ballistic and I are friends. So that means that I can see where Ballistic is in Decentraland. I can connect with him directly or them directly in the chat and message my friends. So I've got friend chats here. So what happens in Prom? Let's go back to the topic. Oh no, Easy, I missed your friend request. Let me see if you're at the top of my list. Dragon Knight, I'm going to get you. Yes. Okay. So, Prom, what's going to happen? 3 hours of dancing, after party at Rage nightclub, after reopening, after 2 years hiatus, while the whole of the market was being crazy. And we just supported, we've got an amazing new DevRel in Decentraland, and he's supporting a lot of our OG creators to come back, supporting with land, supporting with technical support, helping people to convert from SDK 6 to SDK 7, all the kind of glitchy stuff that happens with the metaverse that's been around for a few years. So Juan, massive shout out to new DevRel. So if you need support in Decentraland, get in touch with me and I will connect you with Juan for all buildings. There's a lot of support videos that he's doing, creator sessions, open coffee mornings, just a huge asset to what we're doing. Another diversion, Prom, right. So the things to collect at Prom are emotes. So if you come with me, if you want to follow me around the corner, there are 2 wearables dispensers. So around here, we've got the first wearable dispenser, which has the emotes in it. This is one side of a slow partner dance. So to get this emote, you have to kind of know how to emote already. So press B on your keyboard and your emote wheel will come up. If you've got it in default mode, the first of those emotes will be a clap. Press that and you'll be able to claim an emote. So the more you clap in here, the more you can claim this emote in the dispenser itself. If you already have it, you can actually go into your emote wheel and change which emotes you have. So I'm going to go into my backpack. In emotes, this is what I have in my emotes for Decentraland. So I'm actually going to go and put the clap back in there so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to hide that. There we are. So there's the clap. So I'm going to stick that in number 3. I'm going to equip my clap. So that means that I can go back and show you what it looks like to clap in this emote area. So I go B3 to do my clap. And then if you don't already have your emote, that will come up saying that it's coming to your backpack now. You can see I've already got it, so I can check the status and go and see in the reward system how long it's going to take to hit my backpack if it isn't already there. So that's one emote. That emote is one half of a slow dance. So I'm hoping by the time we get to in, everyone's going to have their slow dances so we can pair up and do some ballroom dancing across the dance floor. So this is one half of that dance emote. And on the other side, we've got the second half of this dance emote. So if you follow me around to the second dispenser, and you can see Violantis is kicking off the clapping here. So we can come and clap. I'm not sure why I'm showing you the emote build, but there we are. And so I'll drop my second half of this emote into the backpack. So this is the pair. So the idea is that we can go onto the dance floor and start getting up close and personal and having some avatar slow dances together. So I'm going to see if I can find someone on the dance floor that wants to slow dance with me. Let me see, Zom. Zom, will you dance with me? Maybe I'm just going to be standing in front of Zom, hoping that Zom is going to respond and start dancing with me. But it seems that I'm just going to be sweetly dancing on my own in front of Zom. And to be fair, Toria, his girlfriend, is doing the same behind. So I'm just going to walk through Zom and dance with Toria. So here we are. Sorry, Zom. I'm totally ignoring you. And I'm dancing with your girlfriend inside your bag. So we are going to then claim the third part of the Decentraland Prom 101 survival kit. We've got our slow dance. We've got our wearables. We're going to head now to get a secret wearable around the corner. You see we've got our table set up for all our guests. We've got lots of photo points. So, hey, Mushroom, will you dance with me, Mushroom? I'm just going to ignore me as well. Yes! This feels a little bit like real prom. At least Mushroom's dancing with me. Thank you, Mushroom. And Dragon Nate's dancing on his own. I'm sorry, Dragon Nate. I'm going to come and dance with you as well. Sorry, Mushroom. We've got the emotes. We now need the corsages. What says prom more than a wrist corsage? So if you come around with me to this area over here, you'll see inside here we've got our special prom wrist corsage. Beautiful orchid in Decentraland colours, specially made for us by the amazing Dapcraft. So again, give yourself a clap in the corsage area, and you will receive in a few moments' time the wrist corsage, the Decentraland Prom 2025. So I would suggest if we're going to hit the dance floor, and if you have any questions, let me know in the chat. And then we are going to go and see a second location. So just to give you a little bit of a final tour around the Decentraland Prom Plaza, we obviously have the obligatory letters with lights thing to stand in front of and take photos with balloons. We have a prom tunnel for slow dancing with your partner. I'm not sure why I'm showing you this in sunlight, but if you want to change it to be more atmospheric, if you click on the little sun dial on the left-hand side, you change it off automatic, and let's go dark. So now we have the emotes we've already claimed. You might remember the rest of the plaza is from Metaverse Fashion Week. So if you didn't get a chance to explore during Fashion Week, there are lots of things to explore above and beyond prom. But we've got our tables, we've got our photo areas. And then finally, we've got a catwalk. I was really in love with the community catwalk at Metaverse Fashion Week. If you were there, you'll remember it was completely chaotic and completely awesome. So I'm organizing another one to kick off prom. I don't know how this is going to work. I don't really know how catwalks work at proms, but we're going to try. So pre-prom, we had a wearable competition with our community creating new wearables for prom looks. If you want to see them all, they're all tagged on the Decentraland Marketplace under prom. And as always in Decentraland, if you want to see what someone's wearing, you can click on their profile and go straight to the marketplace to collect their look. So, for example, with Dragon Knight, I can go and buy his movie shots hoodie. You might know as well that Decentraland has badges. So the more events that you come to, the more badges you collect. There are badges for exploring. There are badges for making social connections. So there's a kind of behind the scenes way that you can get more cred on the profile from collecting different things. I can also see all of Dragon Knight's photos, which is if those photos are public, kind of scary going into people's photo archives in Decentraland. But you can explore a little bit about experiences by clicking on people's. Hey, Simple. Simple saying I'm showing all the prom alpha. I am. I'm on the WIP Meetup. So if you want to join us, if anyone who's involved wants to share the WIP link in the chat, go ahead, and then we can get more people into the Discord. And then we have it. So from photo areas, there is a photo wall here. So if you want to take prom photos while you're here and make them public, they appear on the prom wall. I'm a little bit reticent to open my camera link and show you what I have in here. Let's see. It might be a bit weird. Okay, not too weird. So if I go here and make this public, it should be that because I took it here last night, that will start updating. Maybe it's the most recent. So let me see if I can take a picture of me looking at the photo wall and then share it to the photo wall. But I might not have any. I'm always using up my camera allocation within 2 seconds. So let's see. Okay. Photo. So camera is C if you want to take a photograph. Shoot is your spacebar. And then if I go to my camera in my gallery and then make that public, I can start hacking the photo wall and showing things on there. So let me see how long that will take to come up. Let's see. There it is. Yes. So lots of fun things that can be done with hacking the photo wall with various images from prom. Hey, Pew Pow. I'm going to see if Hugh will come with me. Although Hugh is officially Nikki Frago's party for prom, so he may not reciprocate. So this is prom. Any questions before? Does Backner have an ASMR? Rizzle can't get in. I'm sorry, Rizzle. This is a shame. I'm hoping you're enjoying the streaming that I'm randomly doing from World in prom. But if you have any other questions other than ASMR, I will answer while we're running around prom. I see we've got dragons, we've got people filling the dance floor, we've got people doing more than slow dances on the dance floor right now. And let me keep an eye on time without Rizzle's guidance of where we are. Oh no, can you not hear me? Rizzle, can you hear me still?
We can hear you loud and clear, babe.
Okay, awesome. So next up, we've seen prom. Any other questions about the Decentraland prom experience? 3 hours of music. Hidden Forces, I'm sorry. I was up last night till 3 a.m. at the Pride pajama party, so it may be that I'm not at my top.
Yo, Bay, can you hear me? Yo, I'm sorry.
I can
listen. Yo, I could hear you just fine, and you've been sounding just fine the entire time. I finally made it into Decentraland, and I'm trying to find everybody. What are the coordinates right
144, now? 144 minus 78.
Okay, I'm there. Maybe I'm there by myself. No, Bay, this has been awesome, and I'm gonna try and find I'm gonna try and play catch up here and find the emotes and the things, and Can someone drop a screenshot of where everybody is? And I'll pass the mic over to show that rolled in. I'm on the dance floor. I promise. But while I figure out where I am and while y'all are, I'm going to throw the mic over to show and
I can see
buy
you,
myself
Rizal. I
some
can
time.
see you, Rizal. Also, do you guys want to go to the inn? So this is the question. Do you want to stay on the dance floor or do you want to quickly go and see the Russian DJs at the inn for 5 minutes before we finish? You wanna jump to the inn? Jump to the inn. I'm gonna drop the inn, okay? So here we go. So this is the second location. If you're already in World, I'll put a link in the chat as well. So 137 minus 2. It's a crazy location. We should check it out. So yes, thank you. Thank you, Merka. So 137 minus 2. If you jump on that, you'll get a teleport that looks like this. And we're going to jump to the inn. So this is one of our warm-up parties for tonight. You'll see there's like a glowing teleport thing here that we can run into, and it will take us into, yes, the Get Ready With Me warm-up party at the inn, secret location. So if you join us up here, this is Manmara. He is a DJ coming out of Russia. A fantastic DJ that's been doing so many different events in Decentraland over the last year and a half with the Zest label. In has been doing some awesome pre-parties, after parties for our events as well. Probably the last, gosh, how many events have we worked with at the inn? Too many this year and last year. Always super, super cool to bring people together in the space. It's super cute. It's always, people have a great time up at the inn, and you can see there little kind of glowing cubes that come out of the grass. That gives me a prompt to sort of hype something up that's coming. This is true alpha for you all on prom eve. Coming up this week, probably tomorrow, is that we're going to publish the 2 open calls for Decentraland Art Week, which is massive. As you probably know, if you've been with me on a couple of tours, Art Week is kind of my absolute favorite to bring together. It is going to be on the 24th to the 29th of September this year. And there are 2 huge open calls for Art Week. The first is for 3D builders. And the award this year is 2,200 USDT, well, in mana, so USD in mana, $2,200 for 3D builders. I can talk all of this because Kim's on holiday, so I can give alpha. So $2,200 in mana for 3D builders. We're selecting 10, so that's over $22,000 for builders in 3D for Art Week. In addition to that, if you have artists that have never built for virtual worlds before and want to get into it, we're actually pairing artists with 3D studios. So some of our leading Decentraland studios, we're funding the builds. So the artist gets $1,000 and the builds get the build funded as well through the studios. So it's a way of us saying to artists that even if you've never built in 3D before, but you have a concept for virtual worlds, we'll support you through that process. So I'm super duper excited. If Rizal, I've seen like a bit flaky to reach this week, it's because we've been finalizing this all off, as well as having Pride and Prom. It's been great, we're full, and tomorrow we're launching all of that. So $22,000 in awards for 3D builders, and another $10,000 in awards for artists that have concepts for 3D builds, and all the funding for the builds that comes through our new Creator Connect program that we're starting to basically support 3D builders that are still building and still creating virtual worlds. So that's kind of something to celebrate. It's not the real reason we're putting Prom on, but it's one of the big things that I'm going to be bringing together this week with the absolutely amazing Decentraland Foundation. We're all here now in the inn, enjoying the music. This is where everyone's warming up and getting ready and starting conversations before we hit the main dance floor in Prom in just over an hour's time. As a result, was that working for you?
Yes, I'm actually, I'm struggling here. I got my audio working, but now I'm like rebooting my computer, and I think I have some problems like beyond just Decentraland here. Yo, I'm getting there. I got some screenshots, and I was there for a second, but anyway, me having some problems heading into prom is somewhat on brand, and that's a story for another time. Bay, can you make sure to drop if there's like any information or links or anything that we can drop in Discord to let people know about all the opportunities that you just talked about. I want to make sure that we load people up with all that stuff.
Totally alpha, yeah, totally alpha right now. It's launching tomorrow, so
all right.
So you're the first to know about it.
So we need to what? Have you on notifications? Decentraland. Who do we stalk?
Yeah, so if you've already subscribed to the Decentraland newsletter, you will get that as soon as it comes out. So the Decentraland newsletter hits every Thursday. We tried to make it today, but we didn't get everything completely dotted. So I missed today to get this information out. We'll publish it on the blog tomorrow. The amazing Lauren is going to take that live. Dana on socials is going to tweet it out. So if you're following X or Instagram, you should see that information coming through as well. But if you really want like everything arriving in your inbox in a sweet way, Decentraland's newsletter, which is just on decentraland.org, just a newsletter sign up there, and you'll get all the details as it comes through. The 2 open calls will be on Zealous as usual. So if you're a Zealous user, you can also find us there. But everything will be on the blog that launches tomorrow. And if you are a 3D builder, $22,000 in awards. And if you are or know of visual artists that want to start building virtual worlds but don't yet work in Blender, haven't built anything in Visual Studio, then we will pair them with some of our top creative studios.
Sick. Thank you for all the details, Bay. I'm going to throw the mic over to Show to see if any questions rolled in. I am flying a little bit blind while I'm trying to reboot here, but your live stream is coming in nice. So Yay. I appreciate you doing that. Yeah, it looks really, really good, even on mobile here while I'm trying to troubleshoot. So I'm here in prom and pre-prom vicariously, and we'll be there in a second. Throw the mic over to Show if any questions rolled in. And I got some questions and thoughts for you, Bay. I appreciate what you're doing here very much as someone who puts together a lot of wacky events. So hats off to you for doing this.
Oh, yes, super. You know how much I love to come to the WIP and show this. Like, I just wish I could come to the WIP more often. Like, that's been the problem this year. It's been crazy. Like, I joined Decentraland Foundation in January, and it's just been the most I've ever worked. Ever. And I've done some crazy jobs, but this one is the most epic and the most awesome. And when you have like moments like last night of staying up to 3 a.m. with an amazing community, watching films, talking, and that being part of your job, and then it's like super cool. But just thank you for everything you do, and just thanks for letting me come and show you this crazy stuff.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it very much. I'm going to throw the mic over to Show, see if any questions rolled in through the audience. Please do not harass our speakers or guests, despite it being prom. Keep it like, cordial, please, everybody. But no, for real, questions for Bay and anything that's going on here today and anything DCL prom related, throw them Bay's way. Or tag Show in the chat box, sorry, at SHO. I'm still fumbling around here. I'm trying to join y'all. We're going to get there.
It's going to be super quiet now because no one wants to harass me. No one. Paradox want a photo as well. Hey, Show.
Oh, you can hear me. Okay, I wasn't sure what was going on. How are you doing? Oh, good. This is incredible. I'm like I'm just sitting here like in awe of like how organized and how like colorful everything is. This is awesome. You mentioned something very, very important in regards to you taking on, what I believe to be is a C-suite role with Decentraland since January, and you having a lot of work on your plate. Since it's been technically 6 months now, what would you say is the current culture within Decentraland now in terms of live events and onboarding people and I guess energy?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not C-suite. I should clear that up from the beginning. I'm definitely not C-suite. I'm head of curation and production, which means all events that come out of the Decentraland Foundation are kind of on my desk. So I come up with the support of Kim, who's head of marketing and partnerships, what we do every month in terms of foundation. So starting to experiment with events like prom. Next month we've got game night, which is going to be crazy. If you'd like to come, I'll take you as a game night. It's going to be a game arena with Mario-style mini games with 20 people competing and 40 of us spectating in kind of an amphitheater. So that's my job, is to come up with these ideas and work with the Decentraland Foundation content team, production, marketing to bring these together and see what works in terms of virtual worlds and interaction and what people like and how people want to spend their time in Decentraland and virtual worlds in general. In terms of energy, I would say it's intense right now because everyone knows that this is a crucial time in virtual worlds, especially Web3 virtual worlds, to really push things forward and work out what's possible, what people need and respond to, and to do that in quite a quick time frame before we miss this opportunity to really put ownership on Web3 at the center of this space. I've had some amazing conversations really recently with other communities that have this at the heart of what they do. And I think everyone feels that sort of urgency to move and do it now before centralized organizations and more closed systems and more corporate entities kind of dominate the space going forward. So yeah, it feels like a bit of a good fight right now, and to try and really show what's possible in Web3 for the virtual experience.
That's awesome. Speaking of showing what's possible in Web3, how exactly does social media marketing work in Web3, or even specifically for Decentraland? What's the process? Do you launch a blog, let's say on like a Monday, and then follow up with content on different platforms in forms of like, I guess, written content and videos and stuff? Or how's this go now?
It's really good. It's a really good question, and we're sort of figuring it out. I work with Dana, Sunshine's head of socials, really closely in terms of what we can produce to really show what's possible inside. Because a lot of people still won't make that move to enter virtual worlds, as you know. Like it's a bit of a step. So trying to share as much as possible media from inside world. So Dana makes a lot of films, just like Rizzle every week is showing avatars within spaces, showing what this looks like, what's possible. So if to get into the nitty gritty of it, I'll kind of create, I'll produce. So I'll usually produce in about 4 weeks for something small, 6 weeks for something bigger. I will then have a kickoff meeting with marketing, and Dana will write a social strategy around that. I will share images from the content team that have created the builds, but we'll also go in world and create more content, and then start sharing that out depending on where Dana sees that as working and how much we can talk about it. I do a lot of podcasts and interviews as part of my role to sort of start talking more widely about these things. And then Kim has the overall strategy of things like funnel, like how people get into world, because you can see that's something that Decentraland is working on every week, of trying to make this process easier. Kim's like taken over the data in a big way of finding out like what is the process of how do people find us, how do they get in, what are the sticking points that stop people from getting in. So Rizzle, let us know, and all of that good stuff that comes from. But it's a really small team, but it's intense and it's really energetic, and it's super fun.
That's great. Lastly, we have 6 more months within the year. Are there are there any events that you're looking forward to launching? Or better yet, how do you feel about, I guess, next steps, or like what's the play going into summer and then the fall winter season?
It's I've really set myself up in a really silly way. So I decided when I joined in January to do an event every month, and apart from August, so I don't have an event in August. And I wanted to really explore new ideas, but ridiculously, that always means that I'm sort of playing catch up to bring these events together. So, for example, July I've got something called Career Quest, which I'm just finishing off, like how that's going to work, like a completely new event. How do you do something to support people's careers in a virtual world? Like, who do you need to partner with? Like, how does that work? Is it a game? Is it an installation? Is it a training course? Like, what does a career event look like in a virtual place? And how can I do an MVP for that in July? So that's what I need to sort out tomorrow. So it's like, okay, launch the Art Week open calls, write all that today. Tomorrow I need to sort out Career Quest, properly finish that off so I can brief the whole team about what's that going to look like, engage any 3D studios that we need to build anything around that. And then I've got the Art Week, all the process around that so that all the builders can start creating over the summer. Everyone knows who's building, where the grants are going, who's going to be paired with which studio, if it's visual artists. I'm talking to galleries, I'm talking to other digital institutions and events that want to do installations as well. Bring all that together so then we can launch in September. And then we've got Music Festival, which is in November, which is huge. And I need to start talking to agents now as well to get people in to do the big performances in Music Festival. You know, it's a huge one for Decentraland, especially for our community. So that would be, right, okay, Career Quest cleared, Art Week cleared, and then start talking to agents for Music Fest. So I can line everything up before we go away for summer. So a couple of intense months, I think, ahead.
Yo, Bay, like I said, really appreciate what you're cooking up, have been cooking up for years. And also just want to put it out there. I may rug you on prom today and not be able to get in there to hang out for the group shot and everything. However, I will not rug you on some of this shit if you need a rizzle for any of the stuff that you're cooking up. In all seriousness, I love what you're doing, and if there's any overlap, always hit me up. And any of our crew, I say this every week. We got a lot of talented people here doing a lot of things that I certainly don't know how to do, and that's the only reason this shit gets pulled off every week. So, you know how that goes. It takes a squad.
Yeah.
So, we're here for you, and I know, and a lot of the people who have been here for a while know that you have strategically scheduled some of these events overlapping the WIP. So that we can experience some of the greatest stuff you have to offer, and that is very much appreciated.
Well, I think if you want to do a gallery, like if you want to have a WIP experience at Art Week, obviously that's going to happen. So,
yeah,
when you see the open call tomorrow, like just decide if there's a concept you want to do. Obviously, I'll find land for you. You can go through the process if you want. Like, it's all open, and I would love to have you involved in any shape or form for Art Week. And if you want to do something for Career Quest and get really random, it's there for you too.
Yeah, you can just plug us. This is the way we work, Bay. You can just assume we have a concept. We got art. We got a concept for a career. We're all loaded up and ready to go. Just plug us in, and then we'll fill in the blanks. And I'm sort of joking, but not really. But in all seriousness, if there is like a formal process to go through, we'd love to get involved. And if there's any room for collaboration or to show off any of our community stuff, we're all about it. So, appreciate you, Bay.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Like it's exciting. It's really I sound like a broken record a lot with just how exciting it is, but you know what it's like for a lot of us. It's just this super cool thing that we're trying to build, and not a lot of people understand it. So when when you meet people that get it, you're like, yeah, absolutely, come do something, be part of this. Like, we'd love to have you involved.
Yeah, no, hell yeah. It takes a village of cartoon frogs and weirdos. There's not that many of us who like truly get it. There are a bunch of people piling in. I can see because Bay's live stream is working really well. I'm trying to get in, but I believe Paradox. Everyone, please, thoughts and prayers for Paradox. He's in the real world somewhere doing a real job, and we need to do our best to get him back in here and paid in Web3 ASAP. So. But we're going to do the group shot. We're going to hopefully conjure up a fake Paradox in here and just proceed as normal with his theme song and do the group shot thing. It's looking good in world.
Awesome.
Just a humble cameraman looking for a tiny bit of attention. It's me, Paradox. Get your asses in line and smile for the fucking camera. No one cares about Matthew and Grizzle, that's for sure. It's about me, Paradox. I'm taking over the show.
Should I be Paradox?
You can be.
Yeah. Is everyone just stand in front of the pink? Everyone is stand in front of the pink house.
I have to do something right now and work.
I was gonna say there's a couple things that can happen here. There's no rules, Bay. Usually we pause long enough that Easy becomes uncomfortable enough that he becomes fake Paradox. It sounds like he's ready to do that. See, there he is.
It's tea time. Is it tea time?
Need like a solid representative who can on purpose really poorly imitate Paradox's accent and gather people for a group shot. So that's the only rule, is your worst Paradox imitation.
It's tea time, folks. Get ready for the photo. This is fake Paradox, because Paradox is somewhere in the real world. I need to know the location. Are we in the inn? I feel like we're in the inn. All right, come on down to Inn Street. And we are going to gather right on the edge of the pink brick road, the pink bricks, right in a line there. I went Australian again. I can't help it, mate. Bloke. Everybody dance.
Pink house.
Dance like there's no tomorrow. This is prom. WIP Decentraland prom forever. All right, I hope someone's getting photos. We're going to get in the line right on the edge of the pink blocks there. Lovely. Let's just slow down. Yeah, honey.
Yo, thank you, fake Paradox. This is so fucking dumb. I can't believe I got rugged on prom. You can check my socials. I was in there in prom last night, taking like teaser videos, getting anxiety about coming to Metaverse prom is so dumb. And then I got rugged on prom, and I got to go think about like the larger universe, what it's trying to tell me here. Shout out to everybody who came out today. Huge shout out to Bay for putting this together and taking us through. Stick around for the Afties with show. Make sure you sign the guest book. This is not the end of the prom progression today, though. So I want to make sure I toss the mic over back to Bay just to remind everybody what's going on from this point forward, so you can participate if you want to.
Yeah, Half-Past-8. So Half-Past-8 UTC. So that's in just over an hour, just over 30 minutes time, actually. So in 30 minutes, we're going to be back in Prom Plaza doing a bit of a catwalk for half an hour, just kind of messing around. And then on the hour, so in an hour's time, Silvio is going to be starting with the first live set. We're going to have 3 live sets of live music, really interactive DJ sessions for 3 hours from 8 p.m. UTC, 10 p.m. my time, all the way up till 1 a.m. UTC, and then a massive party at Rage, the nightclub reopening after 2 years. It's going to be huge, big session with Steve Sai, one of the big Decentraland names, and a Greek DJ that just is fantastic. So if you are able to stay around, 3 hours of live music and then a massive rave session at Rage nightclub.
But I'll say one more thing in this prom love fest, that I do appreciate that your events are like 6 to 8 hours long each. Like they don't they don't fuck around with like some 45-minute shit. It's like all or nothing. So stick around for all the things. Babe, please make sure you drop links to anything and everything that people need to be aware of for the rest of the day. Sign up for the Decentraland newsletter so you can get a whole bunch of fucking money. We got the alpha, so that's coming out tomorrow or soon. So look out for that. And I think that's everything for today. I'm going to throw the mic over to Matt to see if there's anything else left hanging out there. We'll be back next week in Babachi World that Fabiano has been working on, and then we take a week off while I'll be out in Portugal for NFC Summit. So come back next week. I'm going to throw the mic over to Matt. And Matt, how's your prom experience, man?
I gotta get a new computer. my bunked out. I was waiting. I was teleporting. Crashed. I'm Dragonate. Forgive me for no showing in World. I'll make it up to you. But Bay, as always, the screen share, like Rizzo was saying earlier. Yeah, I will. Sorry, sir. the screen share held me there. It gave me enough of a taste. It was a tease, but it was a good taste. Thank you for all you're doing, Bay. And like Rizzo said, we'll be back next week. So let's get the afties. Let's get it.
Wait, is this thing on?
It's time for the afties.
Hot takes, opinions, thoughts. Let's go. How's my audio, y'all?
Now good. Maybe. I'm not hearing you say anything now.
All right, y'all. How am I? 2x2, 5x5? What's up?
Titty 5.
All right, awesome. If I cut out, let me know. Sorry about that. I'm too drunk off of the prom punch, and I'm touching things. I'm touching things I'm not supposed to touch. I'm supposed to be 5 by 5 feet apart. You know, it's that kind of prom. It's nasty, dirty, sweaty prom. No, I'm kidding. Oh man, dude, I'm super proud of Bay and the entire team at Decentraland for kicking ass and taking names. Oh yeah. I've had a couple of prom experiences, but my actual prom, super quick story time. I broke up with my high school girlfriend January, a couple of months before prom, and it sucked because she basically she cheated on me with some random kid, and then she cheated on me like in my face with like a friend or some shit, and I don't know. Like she apologized years later, which was which was some weird shit. I think the universe made her do that because it was on me because
You're bugging. You're becoming robot.
birthday. I'm
You're very robo. It sounds like an internet connection slowdown or something like that.
got you. Hold on, I got you. I think I know what the issue is. Shh. All right, y'all. How am I now?
Sounds good.
Okay, yeah. So I forgot to overclock my hardware while I had the Decentraland app open in the background. So that was probably the thing. If anyone's still here, if anyone's still listening, I'm lonely sharded at prom. I was lonely sharded at prom, talking to myself in a verbal voice. Thank you for Nate always having my back. No, it's all good. No, basically, I was just telling a story about how my high school girlfriend cheated on me in January of the year prom. So when I went to prom, I didn't have anyone, and then it was like last minute me like finding who I wanted to go with, and I was getting shut down. So then at the last minute in the limo ride with all the people that we all went with, I actually walked in with two young ladies who didn't have prom dates. So that was that, and I walked in and I was just like fucking just being my normal charming self. But fuck prom. I feel like there's a lot of trauma with prom. Prom needs to be studied. So I like that the team at Decentraland is actually making it worthwhile and making it a place that you want to visit and feel like you belong. I feel like Bay and its in the squad have answered a lot of things, and they've solved a lot of issues that we've experienced in the meat space by addressing it as adults and doing it correctly. So shout out to them. That being said, click on me in the voice channel. I'm showing shit. Click on me. And welcome to the Afties. I'm your host, Show. You already know. If you don't know, you will know by the end of this thing where I show a lot of videos and I talk about them with a lot of overly inflated opinions, a lot of screaming and spit flying, And yeah, this has been a thing that has existed for a very long time. So apparently I have a voice, and apparently I have a microphone. So all right, okay. First off, look at me and look at my screen and what I'm sharing. I guess today is Bitcoin Pizza Day, right? And I always felt weird about this because if I made a mistake, right? Or let's say I had something embarrassing happen to me at prom, right? Years ago, years and years, because I am ancient. I'm older than everyone in this voice channel. And I don't want you to keep rehashing it every year and then someone else is profiting off of an embarrassing moment. That's very weird, So if I fucking bought two pizzas for over $1 billion Bay, you are a young lady. Hidden Forces, you are a young man. All of you are very, very young individuals. I know. Remember, it's me. All right, I'm the loudest and dumbest voice in the room, and I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. You all stay in a children's place. You all stay in a child's place. You sit down until you're spoken to, unless you're at prom. If you're at sweaty prom, you can start grinding as a 12-year-old and drinking the kombucha. So, getting drunk off of kombucha to prom is fucking insane. But that's some 2025 shit. That is some 2025 shit to do, right? Like some ice, some spiked kombucha, and kombucha is spiked already. If you think about it, if you know about it, I digress, man. I would be embarrassed if I spent $1.1 billion on 2 slices of pizza 15 years ago. You know, I don't want no one to keep rehashing that, and then like that's embarrassing. So the fact that today is Bitcoin Beats Day, and then on top of it, this happens. Oh wait, did I have the? Yeah. So Bitcoin hits $111,000. We all know this. $111,000. Congratulations to Bitcoin. Also, the Genius Act has been moved forward in the United States Senate for anyone who gives a shit about U.S. politics. Here's my problem. Here's my big problem. All of this shit is up, right? But it's not that I'm sidelined. It's more like I don't feel it. People already have guardrails in. Like, hey, when it hits a certain price, you dump, right? Oh my God, this is the moon price. If it hits this price, woo, man, we're gonna get a Lambo. We're gonna dump at this price. We know that it's gonna drop. But back in the days, we knew that anytime this thing starts mooning, altcoins moon. But there's something weird where not only are altcoins not mooning, the space, the energy isn't mooning. The people, the vibes. The vibes aren't mooning, you know? Sentiment isn't mooning. Building associated with crypto isn't mooning, and I'm gonna get to that in a moment. Actually, no, fuck it. I'll just say it. When it comes to Forecaster, there are apps that are crypto-based apps that are very useful, high utility, like Tippin. Shout out to Tippin and the whole squad at Tippin. But there are apps that are just built to be built that get a lot of traction and energy, and it's for like fucking nothing. And I'm like, oh, okay. There was even someone who said we need more Web 2 apps. And I'm like, sir, what? Someone literally fucking wrote with a straight face, we need more Web 2 and less Web 3 apps. I'm like, but but this is crypto. Do you mean like front end Web 2 and then back end Web 3? No. We just make it all Web 2 again. And I'm just like, wait, what? Like, what? I'm confused, man. I'm confused. My point is, like, I'm worried that there's so many narratives that people don't even know what they want. So when you get the squad at Decentraland clearly saying, hey, come to this, you get this, and this. We're presenting you with this. This is a product. This is an event, and it's actually doing what it says and it's providing what it's saying, as opposed to people who are literally their words are vaporware. They're all Elizabeth, whatever her name was from Theranos. Which, by the way, Elizabeth, what's her name from Theranos? Her husband is now trying to sell a new product that tests your blood. Like, you just did this. You just did this shit. And you went to jail for it. You doing it again? Like, anyway, I'm worried that projects don't have any more runway. I'm worried that they don't have any financial runway anymore. I'm worried that for the next 6 months, that projects, like, for example, look at my screen. I'm worried that projects that have been in space for the years, or even brand new projects, won't be able to accrue enough war chest income. Not even to deal with war chest. Normally, when you think of war chest, you think of like legalities and shit, or tax debt, or anything like that, right? Or paying off loans or something to like a venture capitalist, something like that, some kind of deal. But I mean, like, I don't think that either new projects will get off the ground or current projects have enough to pay for their staff. I don't know if I'm just worried. This is an example. Ember Sword is an example. Ember Sword was a game that came out in 2021. They sold a bunch of land items like many others, and they thought, oh, this is going to be cool. The next something. There's many Web3 games that failed and failed. It's not a brand new thing to see a Web3 game fail. The thing is that this thing has been around for a while, and it's kept people on the hook for a while. So that now when they failed, many people lost. Like, it's a 5-year, like, they didn't present a product. They didn't present a product. And it failed, unfortunately. Here's another one. So a few days ago, the leadership team at RumbleKongs, who just had their TGE back in February, or March, back in March, has sold their IP and all assets, in addition to relinquishing control of their community to the gaming studio that made their mobile gaming app that's based in Brazil. They say that when they released their token, that the market was so volatile that they didn't get any value from their TGE. They had no more income, and they didn't know what to do anymore. So they were looking for avenues to relinquish it. They had talks with venture capitalists who invested, products, people, things like that, and they didn't know what to do. My point is, a TGE 3 months ago, and now they're transferring assets. Back in the days, a TGE, even if the product was terrible, they would still have a little bit to get the shit going. Their app was in the halfway stage, but it didn't fully release. It was still in beta. I feel like many other projects that we love, like, I don't know how much runway they have left, and it's sad. It's really sad. I want things to do because it provides opportunity. I want more opportunities in the space. But if there are no more opportunities in the space to do anything, is there a space? Is there a space? Is this even crypto? If Bitcoin hits 111,000 and there's no trickle-down effect of energy or a circulating effect of energy, movement, hype, is this even crypto anymore? Am I delusional? What did I buy in? Have I been lying to myself? My buy-in terms of attention, activity, what did I do wrong? Was I wrong in believing that by holding this, I would be able to invest in multiple things? Invest meaning like attention, time, energy. I could build and use this as a backbone in order to fund the thing legally or in a new innovative way. I'm confused, man. And I think I'm not the only one who's confused, because if I'm not the only one feeling this way, of course projects are going to shutter because people will believe in the same thing. I feel like I love the term cognitive dissonance, right? But it's more like delusion. It's like when your parents say, like, hey, like, you have too big of an imagination, you're a space case. Was I a space case in regards to crypto? Was I delusional about things that you could do? Am I confused? Don't click that link. Whoever that is, I don't know what the fuck that is. Please, someone please block that link. Don't click on that, nobody. Thank you. The fuck? Don't come in here shilling bullshit. The fuck is wrong with you? All right. Hey, by the way, if no one knows, I curse and yell and scream. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for catching that. Yeah, I have no idea about like don't play that shit here. This is the whip. What the fuck is wrong with you? Anyway, I'm not even gonna blame scammers, right? Whatever. That's been a part of the space. But I just feel bad, man, because I'm worried that other projects are not gonna hit what they need to hit. I'm worried about big things. I'm worried about projects that we love, projects that we're community members of, community leaders of. I'm worried that there won't be any foreseeable runway because, and then not that Big Brother and the government is going to control all of crypto. I'm not worried about, oh my God, if Ripple, actually, let me just show you. If USDC sells itself to Coinbase and Ripple, then that's the end of the space. Oh my God, if Ripple gets control of USDC, it's the end of crypto. And like, oh, but if Coinbase gets it, it's okay, it's in good hands. Like, are you fucking kidding me? It's the same shit that you're worried about. If you're worried about that. I don't give a fuck who controls USDC, because I always think, hey, there's always going to be someone else who wants the top spot anyway. Competition anyway. Didn't they say they're going to be investigated for antitrust? Oh, it's going to be investigated for antitrust. I always worry about us, the people, the users. And people always say, where are the builders at? Are there still builders? Where is the runway for a builder to try and fail and try again without being considered being a scammer rugger? How about a builder who still has the infrastructure of the concept idea, the IP, they fail within the IP, they rehash, they remix, and they build again within? The chance to fail within your project without the project itself failing. You follow me? I'm worried that there are people who I like, there are bright minds, people in the space not having a chance to make a mistake within the product itself, not failing fast and failing hard enough. That's what I'm worried about. Oh man, with fam, I mean, no one, just so the head of Rumble said, March was a quiet month. They didn't expect there to be zero activity. And then going into April, they didn't expect to be additional zero activity. I told you beforehand, I keep telling you all the shit before it happens. It's not like a me sentiment thing. Many of us here are wealthy in this voice channel. Many of us here are wealthy, are not sidelined, have made awesome moves at the right time. Many of us have not been liquidated in this voice channel. But many of us have been, right? Nearly liquidated. And I'm telling you that if there's a danger there, there's a danger there. There's a real danger. It makes no sense that from January till now that there's no way to laterally jump out or jump in. Stablecoins even being questioned. There are no projects to like the life cycle of a meme coin. I don't know what the data is. I'm just gonna make this shit up. It's about like 7 seconds. 7 fucking seconds. The life cycle of a meme coin. So you're trying to jump into a meme coin and then make money off of a meme coin, and then you don't get out in time. Like, who knows? It's like teaching your grandparent about a TikTok video, about how important it is for your content to get the attention of someone less than 7 seconds on TikTok. So how the fuck do you expect to make a profit off of a meme coin in 7 seconds or less? It is nearly impossible. I want the space to have more opportunities to do things, and then we also get enriched by it. That's it. That's it. I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on with alts. I just don't get it anymore from an economic perspective. If other people have boring ass podcasts, by the way, man, there are so many of these Zoom podcasts that all talk about Ethereum and just regurgitate like the same shit, and they talk about random fucking data. It's zero hot takes. But yet, it's like it's all the same. It's like dev speak in a podcast. And I'm like, this is not content. You are not providing any sort of insight or opinion. And it's boring as shit. If you think the Afties is boring, trust me. Why don't you go look around at all of these bankless clones? Or you see in the Twitter Spaces, and the Twitter Spaces clone, where it's like it's for real, tell it like it is, not like me, where it's tongue in cheek, when I'm self-aware and I'm full of shit, like half the time, where I'm literally full of fucking shit, and I'm talking to you, I'm making it sound like it. These podcasts are boring as shit. But yeah, like people will bring on the same type of host over and over and over and over and over again. And that's what people want, I guess. Maybe that's what they want in Web3. They want the same project over and over and over again. The same brain, the same insight. Maybe that's why Ethereum is fucking terrible. Maybe it's the same dev. They clone the devs. It's not make a dev do something. It's like, we need another dev to do exactly what this one is doing. Make him better, but then you do it again. It's like, oh, I thought it was supposed to be better. No, it's the same. I need to trust and believe. I need to trust that this is, I don't want anything new or different. Don't break it. You know what? I want it to be stable. Make me a stable dev, like proof of stable. Because that's what it is. Ethereum is a proof of stable coin. Ethereum is a fucking proof of stable coin. Yes, I said the word proof with the TH at the end. Well, I sip a cup of coffee. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this space, but I assume that you people are smarter than me. So I'm hoping that you all can find an answer, because I don't have an answer, man. I don't have an answer. Hopefully in June things come up. Like, I don't even know if I can socialize at NFT NYC. I'm like, I don't know all of them. I don't know any of these people. I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what to say. I don't know, is crypto even crypto anymore? You have random Web 2 people cosplaying as Web 3 people trying to tell me what crypto is. Me. I hope it's not your last NFT NYC. I don't know why it would be your last NFT. I don't want it to be anyone's last. And I still don't know why we none of us are speakers at NFT NYC. We could crash that shit and make waves, you know. Or at Lisbon or any of these other conferences. With fam, I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. Where crypto's in a weird place. It's in a weird place. And yo, shout out to Cheddar Queso. They made a good point. They replied to my tweet the other day while I was at the bar. I was lonely shuttered at the bar. I was lonely shuttered at the bar, and I was playing games on Farcaster. I was at my local bar chilling. And but I noticed that there's a real duality between what's going on with Bitcoin and then what's going on with the space and even mini apps on Farcaster and the people and the vibes. It's just like I don't know what's going on. Oh, but they made a good point where they said that like no one outside of our bubble is really doing crypto. But I'm like, there are people that do crypto. But it's Web 2 people doing crypto, so it doesn't sound like crypto. It sounds like Web 2. So you have a lot of people at bars, and they're talking, and you don't realize that they're talking about crypto. But they don't know what they're saying. And it's strange. The conversations are strange. And then, like, man, job interviews, regular conversations. You know how many people will look at me and they'll be extra condescending and patronizing about basic shit in crypto, and I'm like, sir, you have no idea who I am. But that's the problem. The problem is I didn't do enough to get popular. And they're like, yeah, da, 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 da. And I'm like, you don't even know about your own company that you work for. You don't even know what I know about the company that you, or the people, or who's backing it, or how much runway you have. Like, you don't even know what I know, or the inception of your company. They need to stay in a child's place, or I'm gonna pee all in the prom punch. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming through to this edition of the Athletes. Shout out to the entire leadership team at meme.com. Shout out to the WIP crew. You know, every single one of you. WIP fam. I mean, hey man, and lady, and whatever else you identify as. We just gotta keep moving forward, man. I'm hoping for a life raft. I'm hoping for something. My main focus, my mantra is opportunities. Opportunity. That's it. I just hoping for opportunities. You know what I'm saying? I hope for opportunities for all of you too. Okay. Much love. I'll see you later.
I would love.
Mashed potatoes, I want chicken, cheese. Fuck yes. Oh cheese, 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 this is awesome, awesome, Sweet dreams are made of cheese, pizza's good too, I like where this is going, yeah. Fuck yes, cheese. Kill the audio bombs with fire. Death to audio problems. Lactose intolerant people, I am so sorry. Give me that I got carried away. We all love a good token smart song. Cheddar, blue cheese. Better Way says cheese emoji. Rendon has cheese. Token smart with extra cheese. Death to audio problems. Death to audio problems. Cheddar is better. Won't go out for days. Cheese is life. Fuck yes. Oh, death to audio problems. Death to audio problems. Death to audio. A gift of cheddar cheese. Audio problems don't deserve to live. To emoji with the tongue sticking out. Emmentaler and Gruyere. That almost rhymes. Cheddar is money given now. Spend some of your cheddar on that, please. Rizzle says death to audio problems. Rizzle says death to audio. Rizzle says death to audio problems. Rizzle says death to audio. Lots of gifts of cheesy things, all up in the Discord of token smart. Oh, lots of gifts of cheesy things. Cat with heart eyes, clap, clap, clap. Cheesesteak, cookies, hi, cheese is the best. Gifts of cats with cheese on their faces, death, death, death. The only thing we love more than cheese is gifts. The only thing is fondue. Rizzle says death to audio problem. Rizzle says death. Audio well as a milk. Cheese is live. Audio problems. Cheese is dying. Oh yeah. Yay, the little kitten says LOL. And Elmo's on fire, and Ernie's got condoms on his ears, so fire, so fire. Death to audio, to audio, death to audio, LMAO. Give me cheese, oh give me death to audio, death to audio. Vibe check. Vibe check, death to high ping. I want some lemonade, make cheese great again. Condoms on the ears, that's what it looked like to me. Oh, death to audio problems, to audio, death to audio problems, to audio. I'm vibing, make cheese lemonade. When life gives you rotten cheese, you make cheese lemonade. So much cheese and some sriracha, some cheese and some sriracha. Me vibing big time when Rizzle coins. You make nachos, you make nachos. Love the song so dope, stuff that cheese in your face. Stuff that cheese in your face with jalapeno. With jalapeno. In your face, cheese whiz. Those yes, cheese whiz. In your face, I said death to audio, to audio, oh death to audio, to audio, oh death to audio, to audio. That's it. Oh my lord. Whew. I have to turn on the fan.
Pump 2077. I thought, ooh, nice. I haven't played Pump 27.
The sludge. So unless you want your scrotum to become nothing other than a leather purse to hold your ovaries, you better be working out. So unless